Alright, so now it's really important to prepare for our bulk upload. Now this bulk upload really only needs to happen once, and that'll be now. That will take care of all of the PD that you've done from January 2010 through to the date that you uploaded. Once you've done that, that process won't have to happen again. It'll be an ongoing process from that time on. So this is a once only process, and the people at iLearn have told me that there'll be a certain amount of flexibility in the way this works. Ultimately, what we've been told is that we prepare a master document or a master record, and on that master record we simply say what it was that we went to, the date, and whether or not it fitted into one of three categories that you have to choose when you upload. So those three categories are shown in these last three columns here. Not applicable, which basically means it's Australian Professional Standards thing for your teacher registration, but not applicable to our CathEd accreditation to teach RE and to teach in a Catholic school. And there's the other two columns there, to teach in a Catholic school and to teach religion in a Catholic school. So these last two columns here, they're the two columns that CathEd requires us to do, and they're the two that we're focused on in this particular process. So what we've done here is a combination of several documents that staff have put together over the time, as well as staff meeting minutes and agendas and things like that. So please be aware that at the time of recording this, this document was not completed and it's still a work in process. So the one that you'll be accessing will be completed, and you'll be able to get it via a link below this video and also on the portal. And there'll be instructions about where to get that below this video. So preparing your bulk record from this master document here is pretty straightforward. Most of the work's already been done. The only thing you really need to worry about is identifying what are the things that you attended, because not all of the things on this list you would have attended. So having a look through the list, you simply select which ones you want and you can highlight them. Now, you can do a paper version of this, print it out, and then physically with a highlighter, highlight all the ones that you went to. Then you would have to scan that back to a digital format so you can upload it to iLearn in the process that will go in our next lessons. So I personally think you should keep it as a digital format. This is an Excel spreadsheet. I can highlight in here and then just press save, and then I'm ready to upload it to iLearn. It sort of cuts out a bit of work for you, which is always a good thing. So looking at this list here, I can see guided and shared reading, and I can actually see, it's a bit hard for you to see here, but it says that I'm one of the people that attended that particular in-service. So for me, I could go through and highlight that, probably just up to there. I'll choose this button here, and I'm going to highlight that just with a yellow. So now you can see I've highlighted that one there. Now on this right hand side, these three columns, the not applicable ones we've put in a yellow box. The Catholic school I've done green, and the RE ones I've done purple. That may or may not change. You'll have to wait and see when you open the master document when it's finished. So I'm probably going to highlight those lines to match whichever box has been ticked in here. Now, on that point, the difference between the Catholic school and the RE ones, you'll be able to see a description of that in the next lesson. There's a box in the iLearn process that shows descriptions. What's happened is we've gone through this list and made a decision based on those descriptions, and just to kind of help you with that process rather than having to go through the descriptions and make a decision for yourself. We've gone through that and tried our best to make a choice between those two columns. All right, so moving on to where I said here. Again, this one's for me. That was a guided and shared reading, and I was one of the people that went to that. Now, the Pray 2010, I don't believe I attended that, so I don't highlighted that. And I just go through here and I check to see which ones I did or did not go to, and I'm going to say I went to that one. I'm going to say I went to that one, and I keep going through. So here, this one here says Virtues and School Expectations, and let's just say that this one was to teach in a Catholic school, so I'm just going to select that and go to there. It's not essential that it's all really exactly same colours and all that sort of stuff. Mainly what you need to worry about is that you have highlighted the ones that you went to and in some way identified which of the three categories not applicable to iLearn: accreditation to teach in a Catholic school or accreditation to teach religion in a Catholic school. As long as you've done that, this master document should be fine. And that's basically it. You just keep going through, looking at minefields there. That one's a yellow, so I'm going to highlight it yellow, and so on and so forth. So as I go through this, I get a pretty good idea of the spread of those three columns, and I can see down here there's a few that Brother Bill did at Tranquil Park. I remember going to that one, so I'm going to highlight that one with this purple to match. But I know I didn't do these other optional ones here with Brother Bill. So for me, I'll be able to log 5.5 hours. And if this was to teach in religion in a Catholic school category, then I'd be able to put that against my hours for that. So you just go through your master list. Once you've finished doing that, you would then save a copy of it. Probably if you save it to your own personal location, so as not to get mixed up with other people. I would recommend your My Site on the portal, but you can, as long as you've kept a record of it somewhere, you may even want to print it out once you've finished highlighting it. So once it's highlighted and saved, then you'll be ready to upload it to iLearn, which will be in our next lessons.